take a seat and we'll get started with our practice today. Letting the eyes close and using these next couple of minutes to check in with yourself. Whatever's going on with your body, we're going to work with that today, both on the mat and in our run. And acknowledge if there's something going on in your body where the run might not be something we want to do today or something we need. Be honest with your body and let your body be honest with you. If it's truly telling you that it needs rest, then we need to honor that, accept that. If it's just trying to skip the run, then that's a different story. But you'll learn to know the difference. That's a valuable thing to learn. And practicing today with a sense of determination, something that is very valuable in our entire lives and especially on those runs. Feeling determined here on the mat to move through each pose, to hold each pose, and taking that determination into the run, determined to take that final step, all the way to the last tenth of the mile that we said that we would do, maybe a step further. Determination to finish our races strong. And as we exhale now, let's lower one ear to the shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, other ear, other shoulder. Inhale back to center, moving with your breath. If that's faster or slower than mine, that's fine. Working with that rhythm that's in your body today. Knowing that determination starts with a decision, the decision to do it. Go back to center. Let's bring our palms together over the heart and inhale them up above the head. Exhale, let them float down to the side. Bringing the hands back together over the heart and inhaling up again. Exhale, reach out and down. Palms together. Inhale up. Exhale, reach wide and down. Palms together. Inhale up. And exhale this time to twist, bringing your right hand down behind, left hand down to your right knee. Inhale back to center. Exhale, right hand to left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, center. Again, exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Other side. Staying really tall as we twist. Even if that means you don't feel like you're twisting as much, that's okay. We want to keep the spine long. So imagine the crown of your head lifting up toward the sky, away from your tailbone. Back to center. Let's exhale the palms down over the heart. And I'll just turn so you can see me here. We're going to move into a boat, and I want you to choose a version of boat that is challenging for you. So that might be with your feet on the floor, your hands up. It might be with your hands on your hamstrings, your feet up. It might be both hands and feet up. It might be legs straight. But you want to choose the one that's more difficult for you than you're comfortable with, because we're not going to stay. We're going to inhale to that challenging boat, and then we're going to exhale, relax. Inhale back to your challenging boat. Then exhale, feet to the floor, folding over the knees. Inhale, challenging boat. Whatever that means for you. Exhale, relax. Inhale to the boat. Exhale, relax. Inhale, boat. Heart up. And then exhale, release the legs straight down to the floor. Hands come behind you, fingers pointed forward. We're going to inhale, lift the hips, reverse plank. Exhale, lower the hips down. Inhale, lift, kneecaps point toward the sky, not out to the side. Up, up, up. Exhale, release. Good, inhale, lift. Exhale down. Both edges of your feet are moving equally toward the floor. Even if they don't get there, they're still equally distant from the floor on both sides. Good. Gentle moving with your breath. It doesn't have to be a high lift. Just do as much as you can. Good. Let that go. I'm going to cross my legs just to come over them. So I'm on my hands and my feet in a plank pose. Strong line from head to heel. If you prefer, kneeling plank is always an option. We're going to exhale, slide back to downward dog, and then inhale, forward, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank. Good. Keep moving, keep breathing. Each downward dog a little deeper than the last. If you prefer, this could also be child's pose to kneeling plank, child's pose to kneeling plank. Either version is fine. Good. Exhaling to settle back to that down dog. And then inhale the right leg up high. Exhale, tuck the knee under your chest. Inhale, stretch it back again, 3-leg down dog. Good. Bring it now, knee to elbow. Stretch it back, inhale. And exhale, this time step all the way forward, placing the right foot between the hands. And we'll inhale, come up to a high lunge. Exhale, palms together over the heart, and we'll twist. So your left elbow is coming down to your right leg. You could also bring your left wrist down to your right leg and stretch the right arm behind you. That's going to feel a little bit gentler. You could also bring your left knee to the floor at any time. Do the low lunge version. Gently drawing your right hip back. Good. Inhale back to center, and let's open up now to a warrior two. So we're bringing the left heel to the floor, and then lower your right arm onto your right leg. Lift the left arm up, side angle. Hips stay low, strong lunge position. If you want, reach that hand for the floor. The right hand inside the right ankle. A little deeper version, just an option. Nice deep breaths there. Good. Now reach forward with that right hand and up, coming to crescent, sometimes called reverse warrior. The left hand resting on the left calf, the right arm reaching up, feeling that big arc on the right side of your body. And then let's bring both hands down to the floor, back up on those left toes. We'll inhale up once again to our high lunge, and then exhale, step forward, forward fold. Good. Hang out there, letting go the weight of your head and your shoulders. Bend the knees if it feels better, then work towards straighter legs as that becomes accessible. On the inhale, flat back. Let's come all the way up, reach the hands up. And then as we exhale, float the hands to the side, Tadasana, standing tall, shoulders above hips, above ankles. And then we're going to squat down into a little bit of a chair and shift our weight to our right foot, bringing the left leg over. We're going to move into eagle pose. So you could keep that left toe on the floor or wrap it around your right calf. Your left elbow is going to go on the bottom. Your right elbow is going to rest on top of it, and we'll wrap our hands together as well. Keeping that little bit of a crouch. Shoulders down, elbows up. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Steady in the balance. Remember that left toe can just come down to the floor if you need to. Whoops, lost it. That's okay, it happens. Good. Now gently unwind and reach up for the sky. Exhale, dive forward, forward fold. Hands to the floor, step back big to a plank. And then exhale, chaturanga, all the way down onto your belly. We'll float the chest up and bring the left hand in front of us so that the forearm is parallel to the end of your mat. And then reach back for your right foot with your right hand. We're going to move into half bow. So you're pressing the right foot into the hand to lift the chest and the leg. Breathing here, heart moving forward. Now we'll move into a half frog, so let your leg rest back down, and we're just pressing the foot toward the thigh. Make sure that feels okay on your knee. The top of your thigh is staying connected to the mat. If your heel goes all the way to your butt or even past it, you can do that if that's comfortable. Good, let it go. Bring your elbows to your side, hands under your shoulders. Use your strength here, lifting the belly all together. Your whole body comes up at once like a plank, and we'll slide back to down dog. Fingers spread wide, deep breaths. Determination. You know what's coming now on the other side. Inhale, left leg comes up. 3-leg dog, then exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, stretch that leg up and back. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, stretch that leg back, reach. Exhale, this time step it all the way forward. Inhale, up to a high lunge. Exhale, palms together and twist. Right elbow to left leg or right wrist to left leg. If your palms are together, we're pressing into the hands to open the chest more to the side. And what will help with that a little bit is if you think about drawing your left hip back as you bring your right hip forward, keeping the hips square to the front of the mat. You can come down to your right knee if you need a little rest. Otherwise, from here, inhaling back through the center, and then exhaling as we open up, bending the left knee, bringing the right heel to the floor, warrior two, and then resting the left elbow on the left leg, right arm reaches up, side angle. To go more deeply here, we can reach the left hand for the floor. If that doesn't feel good, just stay up a little higher with your left hand or your left elbow on your left leg. Nice deep breaths. We're going to move to the crescent, reaching forward with the left hand and then up and back, resting the right hand on the right leg, but trying not to push on that leg. We don't want to put any pressure on it. Good. Nice and easy, floating the hands down toward the floor. Inhaling back up to your high lunge, and now get ready to step forward. Forward fold. Both feet come together toward the front of your mat, letting go the weight of your head and your shoulders. I'm just backing up a little bit so I have more space on the mat here. If you want, if you feel warm enough, you can start pressing your hands toward the floor, seeing if you can get your palms to go all the way down. Flat back, let's inhale, reach it up. Exhale, arms to your side in Tadasana. Ears above shoulders, above hips, above ankles. And then shift your weight into your left foot as you squat down a little bit, bringing the right leg across, keeping the toe on the floor if you want, or wrapping your right toes around your left calf. This time the right arm is on the bottom. The left elbow comes on top of it. Keep wrapping your forearms as much as you can if you can get your palms together. Shoulders stay low, elbows stay lifting out from shoulder level. Keeping that little crouch, that little squat, and breathing. And gently unwind your arms, reach up as you set your feet down side by side. Then exhale, dive forward. Hands come to the mat and we'll step back, big, through plank, lower down chaturanga on the exhale, all the way down to the mat onto your belly. Floating the chest up, bringing the right arm forward now, forearm parallel to the front of the mat, reaching back for your left foot with your left hand, and then pressing that left foot into your left hand to lift the chest and the knee, half bow. Breathing. Good, let it go. The knee comes down. Moving into half frog by pressing that foot a little bit closer to the hip. Checking that it's comfortable on your knee. Hip stays connected with the mat. Let that go. Bring your elbows to your side, hands under your shoulders. Lift up with strength here, tricep strength. Your whole body comes up at once. Flat line. Good. Then back. Downward dog. Gently, we'll lower the knees down to the floor and sit back on the heels. Child's pose, a welcome rest, a reward for our determination. That powerful decision making. Knowing that once you decide, your determination will carry you through that decision. The only thing that derails you is a choice in another direction. Let's roll up. So we're sitting on our heels and then bring the legs around in front of us. And you can either sit cross-legged or you can stack one leg on top of the other, one shin on top of the other. You could sit tall with your hands behind you. If you're already feeling a stretch there, that's a great place to stay. Or you can start to hinge forward, bending from the hip. So your spine is staying really long, coming down onto your elbows. Sacred fire log pose, hands and elbows on the earth. Breathing into that stretch, imagining that your breath is going there and creating space, creating more room for movement, more flexibility, more mobility. And then we'll float back up, sitting tall. And we're going to twist toward your top leg. So if your right leg is on top, let's twist to the right, bringing your right hand behind you, your left hand to your right knee. Gazing gently over that right shoulder or keeping your eyes closed. Always lifting up through the spine. And then releasing, we will switch sides. First, leaning back onto your hands for a moment and lifting the hips. You might not clear the ground, and that's okay. Just the intention. Good. Other leg on top now, or in front if you're crossing your legs, if this feels like too much. Start by sitting tall, and then start to lean forward. Taking deep breaths here. Steady, intentional breathing. Stay with that intensity. And then we'll sit up tall again. Bring the hands into the twist. So the left hand now behind us, the right hand on the left knee. Rising up tall out of your sit bones, feeling firmly planted on the mat, with the crown of the head just floating up, up, up. Long spine. And gently unwind, bringing the hands behind you. Lifting the hips ever so slightly, doesn't have to be much. And lower down. Good, unfold the legs. And grab your block if you have one or a pillow. Just have it within arm's reach. We're going to roll down to the mat. Lying on our backs. And tuck the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little rock. Back and forth. And then grab your block. We'll put the feet on the floor and press down just enough to get our hips up off the ground so we can fit the block under the sacrum. So make sure you're not on your low back here. You've actually got those sacrum bones right on top of the block. We'll lift the legs up, straighten them toward the sky, and let's take a couple of minutes here, giving our legs this rest. Maybe taking a moment here to thank them for their determination, because during those runs, they get the short end of the stick. They get tired first. They do a lot of work for us, and we are grateful. Rest is an important part of our training process as well. And sometimes that's even harder than the running. Sometimes we want to go for another run, even though we know we should be resting. Maybe we have an injury that we need to protect, and it's very tempting to hit the trail anyway. And so we can practice our determination there as well, being determined to allow our bodies the rest that they're asking for. Just another second here. And then let's start to rotate our ankles both directions. Just give some movement to your toes, to your feet. Switch back and forth a couple of times. And then let the knees bend toward the chest. We'll bring the feet down to the floor one by one. Press down to lift up and get the block out. And then lower the hips down to the floor, and we'll stretch our legs out. Stretch our arms out by our side, away from the body, legs slightly apart, Shavasana. Final relaxation or corpse pose. Another place of rest here. Rejuvenation. Let your eyes close, your breath stay steady. And feel all your muscles relaxing, starting from your toes, your feet, moving up through your calves, your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, all those big movers that do so much for us. Up through your back and your belly, double checking your shoulders, the muscles in your face. Everything can relax right now. There's no place better for you to be than right here. This is a great day. This was a great practice. So take just a couple of minutes here quietly, resting. start to wiggle our fingers and toes and bring a little movement back into the body. Take some time to gently roll to your right side. Give yourself a moment there. And then we'll come back to sitting, tall and confident and determined. Whenever your next run is, if it's right now, if it's tomorrow, this weekend, know that you have all the determination it takes to make it through, and to make it through strong. It's just a choice, and we can make that choice. Thank you for joining me today. We'll bring our palms over the heart. Namaste.